Hey, thanks for watching. So tonight I'm going to be working more on my betting strategies. Is this? Yeah, that's working. We have several things I'm working on. Where is it? Okay. So, what is this? Oh, that's what we're working on for live betting. Let's add one for today. 9/18. Okay, so we could break everything up. Okay, first we have strategies. And then we have data. For data, I have NFL data, NBA data. Anything else? I think that's it. And for strategies, just have NFL. Maybe we could make a table? No, it's fine. Okay. Strategies, NFL. We could break it up into money line, spread, and okay, so we could, what do we call not live betting? Just call it traditional NFL. We could have traditional or live. Okay, NFL data. We have spread, total, and money line swings. Spread total and money line swings. 2007 through 2021. ESPN win probability data for some weeks in 2016, 2017. Win probability data for some seasons, and I don't remember what. Okay, so don't really need to put that in it to do, but what I want to do is say for each strategy, let's get some definite things to work on, and for each data set, let's get some definite things to work on. Okay. Now let's say goals. Comprehensive data set of comprehensive betting data set. Multiple let's just say it includes major sports. Alright, now let's look at that sports betting repository. There's a sports betting package in Python. Sports betting package is a collection of tools that makes it easy to create machine learning models for sports betting. But this guy only has soccer data. Where's the repository? Alright, so what I'm trying to figure out here, oh, come on, is should I try to work on this project and add to this repository, or just make my own? I was thinking about this earlier today, just getting my code. Okay, should I add to this one? Python sports betting toolbox. Okay, soccer data loader. Where's that imported from? From sportsbet.datasets. Datasets. I don't know, I've never contributed to a repository before. Well, it's an issue. Describe the new feature. Currently only soccer data are included. Data branch start with soccer.py file. Okay, I'm just gonna comment on this issue. Hi all, I'm I've been working on several sports betting projects, including an NFL data repository. I have historic money lines, totals, and I have historic money lines, totals, and odds, going back, odds, historic, opening and closing lines on money lines, totals, and odds for 2007 through 2021. I also have stuff I have some scraping scripts not in Python for getting current data. From Oddshark for opening. But then if I do this and I'm just adding to this repository. Do they have the data in their repository? This is going so slow. Might be nice to have. I want to see if we could get this data from just installing it. NFL data pi. Oh, I should check comments. Set a timer. I don't think these should work, but maybe we could just read it. Alright, import NFL data pi as NFL. Man, this is taking forever. Import weekly data. Is anything happening? Okay. Now let's go look how to perform analysis to place plus EV bets. Time for reading tools and strategies for positive EV betting. Identify what the sharp line should be on a game. You can do this by comparing betting odds to identify who the market makers are in a sport that the rest of the market tends to follow. The unabated game odds screen is remarkable, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so that's what an odds screener is. Okay, what's that called again? The sharp line. Okay. Okay, so they're trying to identify the sharp line here. Niagara is a favorite against Siena. Okay. Minus 111, minus 108. What do we make of this? If we want to bet on Niagara, so identifying the sharp bet. What the hell? Why is it over there? Are the market makers or the sharp bettors? What do they say? Deck Prism and Circa are all very sharp when it comes to college basketball. Okay. What do they call them? The sharp? Which books are sharp? Which just means more accurate for a certain sport. Take bets from non-sharp bookmakers. Take bets from non-sharp bookmakers who have outliers. Outlier odds. Catching line movement. Sometimes you catch a move as it happens at a sharp book, but before it happens, some of the books. So what do you call that first strategy? So you could either take the sharp line or catch line movement. Same thing, use odds screen to identify sharp bookmakers on a market. Other books will follow the lead of the sharp bookmakers so we can identify plus EV bets. Not plus EV now, but will be once they move. Okay. And the risk is not taking enough bets or not having a large enough sample size to reliably determine the sharp bookmakers. Okay, and then what's the risk for catching the line movement? The risk is that non-sharp bookmakers do not follow the trend. That should be easy to mitigate. Just make sure they reliably follow the trend. Quantifying your edge. Blah, blah, blah. They're just trying to sell some shit. No, didn't mean to do that. This is going, right? Yeah. Yeah, so get the real probability. What is expected value? The expected value of your bet is based on the zero vig line. Okay. What? If you had plus 120 odds on tails, the EV would be 120 minus 100. What? Huh? If you had plus 120 odds on tails, the EV would be 120. Oh, the win minus the bet times the probability that it wins. That's the expected value if you win, but the total expected value should then be minus the probability that you lose. Like, that's not Oh, plus 120 on tails. So then you get that minus 100 times 0.5. Right? Oh no. 100. Oh, so it's just 0. Why do you subtract 100? If you have plus 120 on tails, the EV would be 120 minus. Oh, that is the right equation, because that's the same as amount you win, 120 times probability you. Okay. EV is not about what you think will happen, but about the advantage you have over the implied probabilities using Vegas lines. That makes sense. So if the market's efficient, then the implied probabilities would be correct. I'm just trying to, let's think out an example. What if the market's bad? I guess we're making the assumption that you can't. Yeah, what if the market's really bad? Then wouldn't a market with more money be more reliable? And then a more reliable market, maybe the less reliable a market is. Well, yeah, so the less reliable a market is, the more opportunities you have to find positive EV bets. But if the line isn't correct, I guess so let's see, if you're setting a total over under each at minus 110 odds, then if it's efficient and it's truly over half the time, oh, so you need to find I guess it's all about finding outliers then. Yeah, I mean, this is all about finding outliers. The first strategy is all about finding outliers, and the second strategy is just predicting what is going to be an outlier in the short future. In the near future, this is going to be an outlier. Oh, yes. Good idea, Ivy. Today I'm working on my betting strategies. I want to there are several things I'm working on. A Python package to assess and create new strategies. Data. I need to complete my NFL data set. I need to create a back tester. Oops. ... A back tester to using the data to build strategies. And finally, I need to using the data to build strategies, and finally I need to, what's the last thing? Oh, create strategies. So I'm just bouncing around doing those things. Okay, let's set a new timer. So right now I'm just reading about strategies. Correlation. A statistical measure that expresses the extent to which two variables are linearly related. This is the technical definition for our purposes, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I know what correlation is. Variance. Variance is at its highest when sample size is low. Oh, so arbitrage is the thing I've been obsessed with. Something being arbable. The fact that a bet is arbable means that one of the two sides must be plus EV. Oh. In order to arbitrage a bet, you need to lock in plus EV. That's interesting about bonus bets. I don't really follow though. I guess it depends on how often you get bonus bets. Targeting tight markets with advantageous lines relative to other books that land you at plus 300 or greater is a solid long-term strategy for bonus bets. That's good. I wonder if there are any other strategies, or does every single betting strategy Does every single betting strategy come down to identifying positive EV? Because if it seems like everything should boil down to plus EV. Did I start a new clock? Yes. Come on, what's taking this so long to load? That looks like a better site anyway. Okay, this is taking so long to load. What's going on here? Just not gonna load that. So basically this comes down to finding an odds screener. Man, there's a million Python projects for this. Hey, this is nice. Well, I mean, I could work on some more boring stuff like getting data. Abusers. That's funny. Should we just scrape from OddsShark? They have that on historic games. What's bookmaker? I guess they hide it from us. Okay, let's just use this as an example. My God, there's so many. So here we have everything from -8 to -7. Oh. Alright, what are the lowest odds here? -102 on 7.5. Okay, +101 on -7.5. +106 on -7.5. Okay, that's the best one. So what's the best probability for a +7.5? 115, 115, 110. Okay, so could we arbitrage -110 and +106? No. So how do we find which book is... Okay. So we can't arbitrage this. If we knew which book was sharp, we could do something. There's less vig in the money line, though. Apparently. Okay, what's the best odds in here? On App State, -275, -315. Okay, best on App State is -275. Okay, nothing there. So how do you find which books are sharp? Oh, there's a timer. Yep, we get it. Any comments? Okay, good to go. Start a new timer. Sharp books are good to bet if you find an edge, because the vig is lower. Ugh. Coffee grounds. So it looks like Pinnacle. Ugh. So I need a screener for something. Wow, Harris is minus 127. That's crazy. Oops. I'm assuming you can't just get their odds. I don't know what sports betting hold is. Don't want to watch a YouTube video. So what's this? Probably don't even tell you what price you have to pay. How much does this cost? Alright, let's go to the betting repository. So we should we should see how the NFL market performs against different spreads. Is it here? Where's the repository? Get data, clean data. I forgot about this, so we're gonna have to I don't even remember what I'm saying. Okay, so we are in the repository. Oh yeah, we have to figure out how do we read in the data. All right, functions, retrieve, team week, season data. Oh. Analysis 2, analysis. Let's call this analysis 3. On here, I just remembered I want to redo analysis 1, but use implied probability. Redo analysis 1, but use implied probability. Okay, so let's test classifier. Class test. Okay, class test for your account. Classifier. Class classifier. Self.x. Make classification? Where does that come from? Okay. Okay, so get analysis is where we return all of that stuff. Ooh, I want to open a folder in a new window. I want to go to capital allocator. Oh, yeah, this. Convert odds takes American odds as input and returns the associated probability. Convert probability to odds. So let's just add implied probability to the data set. Okay, let's write out here what we're doing. Add implied probability to the data set. Redo get analysis so that we're returning so then we're getting wins, losses. So we're getting the win conditions. What is it returning? Wins equals away odds swing dot where blah blah blah. Okay, so wins is just wins is a pandas series, or wins is a. Is it a tuple or a list? Hello equals. I think it should be a tuple. Yeah. So we have a 2-element tuple. Okay, so wins is a 2-element tuple. It has away odds swing. Okay, so it returns the away odds swing. Any comments? Yes, you're welcome, Ivy. Redo get analysis so that we're returning swings. We want to return first swings in implied probability, the final implied probability for wins, the final implied probability for losses. return wins, losses, data frame of home close odds, where win condition. Okay, and the win condition, okay, so we return the odds swings. For when the home team wins. Away odds swing where win condition. So that's the away odds swings. Oh. So wins is a 2-element tuple. The first element is the away odds swing where the home team wins. And the second element is the home odds swing when the home team wins. So wins is currently 2-element tuple of home first element is home close odds for, currently it's a 2-element tuple of home close odds for home team wins, and the second element is away close odds for home team wins. Make it 2-element tuple of home close implied probability to away close implied probability. Now for losses, just say same as wins. And then change home okay, then we return home close odds where we're winning. So return, alright, so we have wins, losses, and then implied probability when implied probability, let's just call it the closing implied probability. So it's currently the closing odds for the home team where the home team wins. And then the final element is the road team closing odds where they win. Closing implied probability for home team when home team wins. And then finally closing implied probability for away team when away team wins. Okay, then let's rewrite it. Just gonna say here. No, let's not rewrite it. That's a god-awful mess. Let's just change it here to say type is equal to implied probability. Now we could say if type not in implied probability, comma, odds, raise, it's not type, get analysis, we'll just call it analysis type. If analysis type not in implied probability odds, raise exception. The exception is that make it a function string, analysis type valid analysis types. Here we'll just say valid analysis types is the list that we just copied. F of analysis type is not a valid, is not a valid analysis type, must be one of valid analysis types. Okay, now that the conditions should all be the same. Here we just say if valid, if analysis type is equal to odds, do this. Indent that, indent that. Get rid of this. And we could just say return val. Otherwise, if analysis type is equal to implied probability, okay, then pass. And then all our code for what to do for the implied probability will be in there. Okay, so now we need to get back to this, add implied probability to the data set. Huh? I thought I made a file to do that. Did I exit out? Analysis 3? Oh, that was the one I made. Oh. I really didn't open. Oh, it's not. Oh, it is in here. Huh. There's really nothing about implied probability. Okay. New file. Add implied probability. .py. Script for adding implied probability to the data set. Prob 1, prob 2. Is the vig free odds the implied probability? I think it is. Yeah, it's a true implied probability. So you could just copy that. Oops. Throw it in here. Now we could say import pandas as PD. df is equal to pd.read csv. Data.csv. Do we read Excel? Oh. Yes. All right, now let's go look at what the data looks like, because I haven't looked at it in a long time. Import sounds French. All right, df equals pd.read excel of data.xlsx. df.head. df.head. Does that have everything? I guess I could just open it. Oh, so we have to get the initial. Initial implied. Okay. Let's just say implied probabilities is equal to an empty dictionary, and we have money line, check the comments, no new comments. Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom really quick. All right. Let's check real quick. Any new comments? Nope. All right. Oh. Good. Sometimes it stops showing stuff. I don't know why it does that. All right. So back to this money line spread. What do you call it? Road open spread. Closing total. Yeah. These should be sub-dictionaries. Moneyline spread and total. Okay, and then each sub-dictionary should have keys. Okay, and the key for home for money line. This is crazy. Dictionary keeps getting bigger and bigger. Okay, open, close. We could put this all on one line. Home for the opening money line is home open odds. And then away is just home open odds, road open odds. Right? Close with a capital C. Yeah. Okay, for the spread, road open spread, road close spread, home open spread. Okay, that's easy. Oh, my earphones should be charged. Just a sec, I'm gonna play some music because coding's always easier when you have some music. Okay, now what else do we want? Okay, let's just add a note here. P sub I is implied probability. Okay, so for the money line, okay, now we're gonna make an empty list for each, because we just want to append to that list. Where it goes wrong. No, just copy and paste this dictionary. Comma. Now that should be the same for each. Okay, nice. Now for each row, we want to get money line, spread, and total. Okay. For bet type in implied probabilities dot keys. So for each bet type, we will say for key in implied probabilities of bet type of keys dot keys. Okay. Then we're gonna get open and close. So get whatever. Yeah, we'll just say it. Get open and close. Okay, so all right, so for key and implied probabilities, blah, 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 blah. For bet time. Okay, then for team in implied probabilities. of bet type of keys of bet time for team in that stuff dot keys then we could say for key in for team then we just say key is equal to implied probabilities of bet type of keys of bet time. That's not a string, that should be a variable. Of bet times, so it'll be either open or close. Of team relevant, we could just say row data is equal to okay, let's just get the first 5 rows of the data frame. Row for row in I comma row. Row for I comma row in alright, rows equal that, and then rows of 0, type of rows of 0 should be a list or something like that, right? Tuple. Rows of 0 of 0, rows of 0 of 1. Okay. So it naturally enumerates it. Row data is equal to row of 1. All right, so now we have the row data. Now I should just put that up here. Key is equal to implied probabilities of bet type of key of bet time. All right, so now we have the key, which is just this thing. Oh man. Forget about that. For bet time, okay, so that gets open and close. data key Alright, so home odds is equal to row data of implied probabilities of bet type of keys of bet time of home Okay, now we have row Alright, we have home odds and away odds. So then P sub I at that time is equal to get vig free odds we also need convert odds. Alright, then we do get vig free odds of home odds, away odds. So that just gives us the true probability for the favorite. So I'll just say true probability is VFP1, VFP2. Alright. Check the comments. Looking good. Alright. So now we're returning vig free probability 1, vig free probability 2. So PI home, P sub I away. Then odds 1 should be the home. Yep, so that's good. Then save key is equal to, make it a function string, P sub I underscore, and you just make it bet time. Then we could just say implied probabilities of, getting close to being done, implied probabilities of bet type of save key for team in home away and probabilities of bet type of save key of team dot append for team odds in zip. All right, we want to zip that with whatever the odds are, so just home odds, away odds, odds. Okay, then we want to append the odds. That's it, right? Okay, new data is just equal to df. Then we could say new data for bet type in implied probabilities dot keys. Relevant keys is equal to key for key in implied probabilities of bet type dot keys if key is not equal to the string keys. Then we could say for key in relevant keys, we just want to say new data of key for team in home, away, new data of, make it a function string, and it could be key, so pi open and then add an underscore, and then we're just going to add the team, so it'll be like pi open home or whatever. Oh, oops, is equal to implied probabilities of bet type. Let's make this full screen so I could say it easier. Okay, implied probabilities of bet type of key of team. And we could say new data print, let's just save it. New data dot to Excel data 3 dot xlsx. Now this might take a while to run. Tell me when it kicks in. Alright, let's run it. What's this called again? Add implied probability. Don't leave me lonely now. String indices must be integers. Bet type of keys of bet time. Bet type of keys of bet time of home. String indices must be integers, not string. What? row data. Okay. So let's just print what that looks like. All the voices in my mind calling out across the line. Huh? Print implied probabilities of bet type, of keys, of bet time, alright, print bet type, print bet time. Alright, so first we print bet type money line. Then bet time is open. Then the thing we're trying to get is home open odds. Money line close. Home close odds. Okay. Spread open, home open spread. Spread close, home close spread. Total open. Of home. So if then we could say if keys in implied probabilities of bet type dot keys otherwise, if it's not in there, we could just say I don't know, let's just indent all of this. Okay. Else, if keys isn't in there, all right. If type of implied probabilities of bet type of keys let's just say if bet type is not equal to total, do that. Otherwise, if it is total, then we'll just say this but we want the implied probability for the over and the under. Home odds is that, away odds equals that. So we could say over odds and odds for team odds and home odds, away odds. Okay. Home. Then we're appending the implied probability. No, we don't. And append the implied probability. Over odds equals of implied probabilities of bet type of keys of open. We don't have the total odds, right? Bet type is not equal to money line. If bet type is equal to money line, do that. Otherwise, just pass. Then add it to new data. All right. Does that work? For C row in enumerate how do we get the length of a data set? Okay, let's take out these prints. Because I think it's failing just at the last value. $38.55, $38.56. Length of value 0. New data of F. So we successfully... Oh, it's the problem is... I don't want to know. Plan of... implied probabilities of money line of P sub I open of home. Did I ever start the timer? No. No new comments. Length of values. Oh. Of course. If bet type is equal to money line. Do this, otherwise don't do anything. Cool. Data 3. Oh. Data 3, where are you? P sub I open home, P sub I open away, P sub I close home, P sub I close away. Hell yeah. Okay. So we did that. We did. Will your eyes still smile from your cheek? Okay, that's done. Now we need to redo analysis so that we're returning. Okay, so if valid analysis types, if analysis type is odds, otherwise if analysis type is implied probability, home, open, home, prob swing is equal to df of, what's it look like? P sub I underscore close underscore away. Df of P sub I underscore close underscore home minus df of p sub I open p sub I open home prob swing away prob swing. That thing, same thing, except we have to change where it says home to say away. Okay. Now losses equals away odd swing dot where away prob swing dot where win condition drop an A home prob swing dot okay, so losses okay, so same thing for here, except instead of win condition, we want to do loss condition. Lose condition. And finally, we just have to say return val is equal to wins, losses, df of home close odds. So now we want to do df of p sub I underscore close home. What is it? Home close odds dot where closing probability for home team when home team wins, so dot where win can, and then df of p sub I sub close sub away dot where lose condition. She used to say, alright, so it should get implied probability by default now. Test classifier years. Test streaks equals test streaks. My seasons equals my seasons. Where's test streaks? Oh, is it passed in? Test classifier years, test classifier, Gaussian process. Alright, and then how do we determine if we've improved at all? Where's the PowerPoint? September 5th. Is this the right thing? No. Did I not send it to myself? Guess I don't want to show my email. Alright, I'm gonna hide my screen for a sec. Just give me 1 second. I just want to search in my email. Did I send myself this PowerPoint? Because I'm pretty sure I sent it to myself the other day. No. Okay, I guess I can't find it. Here's my screen back. Oh, did I set a timer? Yes. Okay. So, where are we at right now? I wanted to see what are the previous results to see if we can benchmark. Hey, this improved, but I don't really know. So, let's just do test classifier on 10 years. What's that second argument? Num years to train. Okay, so don't plot it. Train it on 10 years. Don't plot it. Make it a Gaussian process. And make the threshold 0.1 is crazy. 0.6. Okay, now we could run analysis 1. Just turn this thing on. Test classifier equals true. Okay, let's go to the Booleans. Where are the tests? Tests, where are you? Oh. Use classifier, test classifier. Use classifier. Oh yeah, so that used it on this year. Analysis 1. Alright, so you could just let missing years default to 0. I thought if you added none to an integer... What? Oh, because it's not getting any data. So let's read data 3. What? Oh. So I changed the 1. Just change them all to data 3. Okay. Why is nothing happening? All right, class test. What does that print? How does that make any sense? Num years to train on plus missing years. Let's look at what that should be. So let's say my season. Let's just paste this in. Unsalted tears. Alright, now what's my seasons look like? How did I end up with that? Okay, so then I'm a sinking boat now. MP.A range from min year to missing years. So there's no reason for that line. Why did I ever rewrite that? Alright, let's exit, see if it runs. What? Seven one four. Season equals year. Did I delete something here? Let's see how it performs. Oh, I forgot the code takes forever to run when I'm live streaming. Come on. Print year training seasons. Okay, so come on. Just needs two more. 2020. Nice. No, 2021. We could wait for it. Come on. Should print 2021, then the results. Print the results. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So we've got that. We also want to append all data, build back tester from 2022, 23, and 24 to complete NFL lines data set. Then we want to build a back tester. What's the last thing? Redo analysis 1, build back tester. Oh. Then we want to start building odds screener. And let me remind you, please go to my GitHub. Check out my repositories. The one you really want to check out is this one. It has the data that I scraped that I'm using here. This is the data I plan to get the new data to append to. So yeah, go here, get the data here, and star the repository, because that looks good for me, that helps me. And subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a good evening.